Hi there, welcome to Data Lab Work Channel. Today we will be talking about the importance role of law, whereas scammers are still not aware about it. Ever wondered about the rules that govern our online world? Have you heard of the IT Act 2000? In this digital age where the internet has become a ubiquitous part of our lives, there is a need for laws that not only facilitate e-commerce and e-transactions but also protect us from cybercrimes. That's where the Information Technology Act of 2000, or the IT Act 2000 as it's more commonly known, comes into play. Dive into the depths of the Information Technology Act of 2000, the cornerstone of India's digital legal framework. In this insightful video, we unravel the intricacies of this essential legislation that governs the digital landscape in India. If you haven't subscribed yet, click that subscribe button now and hit the notification bell. Stay updated on all things related to cybersecurity, digital laws, and technology trends. Well, let's get started. The IT Act, enacted by the Indian government, is a watershed moment in the country's legal history. It was the first of its kind to provide legal recognition to electronic documents, a crucial step in supporting the burgeoning field of e-commerce. Imagine before this law, electronic documents had no legal validity. This act changed that, making it possible for people to enter into contracts, make transactions, and even sign legal documents all online. The IT Act 2000 also established a comprehensive framework for e-filing. Now, you might be wondering, what's e-filing? Well, it's the process of submitting documents online, a practice that has become commonplace today. Whether you're filing your taxes or applying for a passport, e-filing has made these processes more efficient and accessible. But the IT Act 2000 isn't just about facilitating electronic transactions, it also addresses the darker side of the digital world, cybercrimes. The act brought under its ambit a wide range of cybercrimes from hacking to identity theft and even cyberterrorism. It also laid down punishments for these crimes, sending a clear message that such activities will not be tolerated. The IT Act 2000 is a testament to how laws can adapt to keep pace with technological advancements. It has not only enabled the growth of digital commerce in India, but also provided a measure of protection to its netizens. So, now that you've got a basic understanding of what the IT Act 2000 is, have you ever been the target of an online scam or fraud? The IT Act 2000 has got you covered. The Information Technology Act 2000, a landmark legislation in India, is a robust framework designed to deal with an array of cybercrimes, including online scams and frauds. Now let's delve into the specific sections of this act that address such offenses. Section 66D of the IT Act 2000 penalizes the act of cheating by impersonation using a computer resource. In simpler terms, if someone pretends to be someone else online to deceive you, they're in violation of this section. This provision is particularly relevant in our digital age, where identity theft is a common tactic used by scammers. A good example can be when a scammer pretended to be a reputed company, or having a clone website, looking to be owned by the reputed company, and deceived victims. Next, we have Section 66C, which deals with the fraudulent use of electronic signatures, passwords, or other unique identification features. If someone uses your digital identity elements without your consent for wrongful gain, they're breaking the law under this section. An example can be when someone hacked into your system to get your digital signature credentials and started using it to sign document without your consent. Let's not forget Section 43, which penalizes unauthorized access and downloading of extracted data. Basically, if a scammer hacks into your computer or online accounts and steals your information, they're liable under this section. On the other hand, there's Section 66A, which, although controversial and struck down by the Supreme Court of India in 2015, dealt with sending offensive messages through online communication. However, this does not mean that online harassment or intimidation is now legal. Other sections of the IT Act and the Indian Penal Code still cover these offenses. The penalties for these violations range from hefty fines to imprisonment, or sometimes both. For instance, violations of Section 66C can lead to a prison term of up to 3 years, a fine of up to 5 lakh rupees, or both. As you can see, the IT Act 2000 takes a strong stance against online scams and frauds. It's designed to protect the rights of internet users and create a safer digital space for everyone. So, the next time you encounter a suspicious email or a dubious online transaction, remember that the law is on your side. So what happens if someone violates the IT Act 2000? Let's explore the consequences. The IT Act lays down a strict set of penalties and punishments for a variety of offenses. These range from identity theft to cheating by personation, and even violation of privacy. First, let's focus on identity theft. If you have ever had your personal information stolen and used without consent, you have been a victim of identity theft. The IT Act takes a stern stance on this, imposing a jail term of up to 3 years, along with a fine which may extend to 1 lakh rupees. An example can be when scammers use your driving license to acquire SIM card, or when it is used as identity by the scammer without your consent. Next, consider cheating by personation. This is when someone pretends to be someone else, often to defraud unsuspecting victims. Perhaps they pose as a bank official, or a representative of a reputed company, using deceptive means to trick people into parting with their money or personal information. The IT Act stipulates that such actions can lead to a jail term of up to 2 years and a fine up to 1 lakh rupees. An example can be scammer pretending to be a representative of an SBI, or scammer pretending to be from reputed company, claiming to be an APM Terminals investment manager, which deceived the victims into fraud investment. Additionally, according to Section 419 of IPC, whoever cheats by personation shall be punished with imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to 3 years, or with fine, or with both. Lastly, let's talk about violation of privacy. This is when someone intentionally and without permission captures, publishes, or transmits the image of a private area of any person without his or her consent. The private area include local resident, nude picture, etc. In today's digital age where privacy is paramount, the IT Act takes this offense very seriously. The penalties for violation of privacy include imprisonment of up to 3 years, along with a fine up to 2 lakh rupees. These stringent punishments serve as a deterrent, aiming to protect the unsuspecting public from the sinister world of cybercrime. But it's not just about punishment. The IT Act also seeks to educate and raise awareness about the importance of cybersecurity and the potential implications of falling prey to these nefarious activities. Clearly, the IT Act 2000 doesn't take offenses lightly, and rightfully so. It's a powerful tool in the fight against cybercrime, ensuring that those who dare to cross the line face the full force of the law. Additionally, punishment for fraudulently inducing persons to invest money is also a crime. Any person who, either knowingly or recklessly makes any statement, promise or forecast which is false, deceptive or misleading, or deliberately conceals any material facts, to induce another person to enter into, or to offer to enter into, any agreement for or with a view to, acquiring, disposing of, subscribing for, or underwriting securities, or any agreement, the purpose or the pretended purpose of which is to secure a profit to any of the parties from the yield of securities, or by reference to fluctuations in the value of securities, or any agreement for or with a view to obtaining credit facilities from any bank or financial institution, shall be liable for action under the Companies Act 2013 Section 447. Investment frauds are one of the most common types of frauds in the present time. When an attacker makes any false or deceptive statement or promise with the motive of convincing the victim to investment, this section will be attracted. The maximum punishment for frauds as specified in Section 447 is imprisonment for a term which shall not be less than 6 months, but which may extend to 10 years, and fine which shall not be less than the amount involved in the fraud, but may extend to 3 times the amount involved in fraud. If the fraud is in any way related to public interest, the term of imprisonment will not be less than 3 years. If in any report, certificate, financial statement, or other document, the scammer makes any statement or document which is false in any material particulars, or omits any material fact, he or she will be liable under the Company Act 2013, Section 447. Such false statement can lead to financial loss of the victim. But why do we still hear about so many scams? Why is it difficult to trace scammers? It's a valid question, and a challenge that law enforcement globally grapples with daily. As we dive into the world of cybercrime, we find a complex web of deception and evasion. Scammers are cunning. They mask their real identities, often using stolen or anonymously purchased SIM cards to communicate with their victims. This makes it incredibly challenging for law enforcement to track them down. Imagine trying to find a needle in a haystack, but the needle keeps changing its shape and color. That's what it's like to trace a scammer. Now, add the layer of technology. The digital age has given scammers a playground of tools to aid their deceit. They can hide behind layers of encryption, use software to mask their IP addresses, and operate in the dark corners of the internet. This makes it even more difficult for law enforcement to catch them. But here's where it gets interesting. The same technology that aids these scammers can also be their downfall. For instance, the IT Act 2000 in India empowers authorities to monitor and intercept digital information if it's necessary for the investigation of a cybercrime. This means that authorities can use technology to trace the digital footprints these scammers leave behind, whether it's an IP address, a digital transaction, or even a deleted email. Moreover, advances in digital forensics have opened up new avenues for investigation. Techniques like data mining and machine learning can help identify patterns in scammer behavior, making it easier to predict and prevent scams. However, it is a constant cat-and-mouse game. As authorities become more adept at using technology to trace scammers, the scammers evolve their methods to stay one step ahead. It's a never-ending cycle, a digital dance of deceit. While technology presents challenges in enforcing the law, it also provides tools to combat cybercrime. In the end, it's about staying vigilant, adapting to new methods, and using the power of technology to turn the tables on scammers. It's a challenging task, but one that is crucial to maintaining trust in the digital world we live in. So, what have we learned basic about the IT Act 2000 today? We've journeyed through the intricate web of India's Information Technology Act of 2000, a legislation that has become increasingly vital in our digital age. We started with the basics, understanding the Act as a comprehensive law that addresses legal issues surrounding online interactions and the internet. We then delved into the darker side of the digital world, exploring how the IT Act tackles scams and frauds. We found that the Act is equipped with sections specifically designed to punish those who use the internet as a tool for deceit and manipulation. The Act doesn't take these offenses lightly, as we learned in our discussion on punishments. The IT Act 2000 is stringent, imposing heavy penalties on those who exploit the digital space for illicit activities. The punishments range from hefty fines to long-term imprisonment, depending on the severity and nature of the offense. This serves as a stern reminder that the law is catching up with technology, and individuals who choose to misuse it will face severe consequences. However, it isn't all smooth sailing. We also discussed the challenges that law enforcement agencies face in tracing scammers. The use of stolen or street-bought SIM cards, the adoption of fake identities, and the concealment of real contact details, particularly on platforms like Telegram, can make the job of tracking down these digital offenders a daunting task. Yet, these challenges are not insurmountable, and with advancements in technology and digital forensics, the net is closing in on these nefarious activities. In essence, the IT Act 2000 stands as a beacon of hope, a testament to our ability to adapt our legal systems to the ever-evolving digital landscape. It's a powerful tool in our fight against online scams and frauds, despite the challenges we face in tracking down these digital culprits. Remember, in this digital age, knowledge is power. Stay informed, stay safe. Thank you for watching the video. If you find the video informative and helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, kindly hit the subscribe button, and also hit the notification bell next to the subscribe button to stay ahead in the digital world.